Good morning, everyone. Again, I am Teacher Chris, and today we are going to learn about adjectives. So, in our previous lessons, we already know or we already learned about nouns, different kinds of nouns. We learned also about verbs and pronouns. So, today we are going to learn adjectives. So, nouns, pronouns, verbs, and adjectives, they are parts of speech. Okay? So, we are going to know what is an adjective. Okay. So, adjectives. So, adjectives are words that describe nouns, people, places, things, or feelings. They help us to imagine what the person, place, thing, or feeling is like. So, for example, the delicious cake, best friend, sharp pain. Okay? Again, adjectives are words that describe nouns. So, in our previous lessons, we learned about nouns, and nouns is all about people, places, things, and animals, or sometimes it can be also an idea. So, adjectives is a word that describe them. Okay, so for example, in this line, delicious cake. So, cake is our pronoun, or is our noun. So, the description of cake here is delicious. Therefore, delicious is our adjective. Okay, next, best friend. Friend is our noun and our adjective is best. What kind of a friend? Okay, so the description of friend is best. Next, pain. Pain is a feeling. Okay, so what kind of pain? Because there are many kinds of pain. So the description of the feeling here is sharp. Sharp feeling or the sharp pain. So our sharp is our adjectives. Sometimes adjectives can be numbers of objects like 1, 2, 3, and so on and so forth. Then we have also the shapes. It can be circle, triangle, heart shapes, rectangle, any shapes. It can also describe to a noun. Then also, adjectives can be a color. Okay? So for example, this one, this is an airplane. So how can you describe an airplane? Okay, here. So sometimes adjectives can be used in different ways. So like what I've said, the dark blue plane flew through the sky. The plane that flew through the sky was dark blue. So dark blue is the description of the plane. So it can be a shape, it can be a size, color, feelings, taste, okay, as temperature. That is an adjective. Everything that describes the noun is what you called an adjective. Okay, so let's have some example here. Okay, so this is a spider. So we are going to describe what does the spider looks like. Okay, so there was a huge, hairy spider in the bathroom. So the description of the spider is huge and hairy. So if you have a dictionary at home, you can search the word what is huge and hairy in Thai words. Okay, so that you will know what is this. The next. This is a slug. So a slimy, sticky slug was in the kitchen. Okay, so this is a slug. Slug is a name of an animal. Okay, so slug is a noun. So therefore, when we are going to describe the slug, we can say that the slug or a slug is slimy and sticky. So our slimy and sticky here is what you call an adjective. Okay, next. The ladybug. Okay, so this is the ladybug. So I found a tiny ladybug on a big leaf. So our adjectives in this sentence are tiny, which describe the ladybug, and big, which describe the leaf. Although we don't have a leaf here, but big is also an adjective. So like what I've said, adjective can be a size. So you can describe something or you can describe a noun using the size. It can be a small, big, tiny, little, huge. Okay, and many more. Next. Butterfly. So this is a butterfly. So how will you describe the butterfly? Look at, okay, a blue and white butterfly flew into my house. So the description of the butterfly here is blue and white. So like what I've said also, adjective can be a color. Okay, so you can describe a noun according to its color. So, but you can also say a beautiful butterfly. So beautiful is a description. Okay, so next, worm. So this is a worm. Worm is a noun. So the description of the worm is wiggly and pink. So the wiggly pink worm dug through the soil. Okay, so how we describe the worm is wiggly and pink. You can also say that this worm is long. Okay, so the long worm. Can. Long also is one of the description of the worm. Okay, but it's up to you. So this is only an example or some of the examples on how we are going to describe the nouns. Okay, now next we are going to describe the pictures, okay, or the nouns which you can see in the picture. So for each picture on the following pages, see how many adjectives you can write down to describe it. Okay, let's try this one. Teacher. Okay, so describe what is a teacher. Okay, so I will give you an example now. So teacher is beautiful or a beautiful teacher. Can. Okay, teacher wear a green cardigan. Okay, can. Okay, so you can find a word which you can describe about the teacher. You can try this one at home. Next, superhero. So do you know what is a superhero? Okay, so I think you know about Spider-Man. So Spider-Man is a superhero. How can you describe Spider-Man or some of our superheroes? So I will give you an example. Superhero is brave or a brave superhero. So they are brave, right? Okay. Or the superhero is powerful. So our adjective is powerful. The description of the superhero is brave and powerful. Okay, next. Monster. How can you describe a monster? So do you know what is a monster? Okay, so for me, I'm going to give you an example. For me, monster is so scary. Okay, or scary monster. Now look at the monster. The monsters, they have a sharp teeth. So sharp is the description of the teeth of the monster. Or you can say a yellow monster. Okay, because the color of the monster is yellow. and a black monster. Okay, next, the beetle. Look at the beetle. Okay, so how can you describe a beetle? Oh, sorry. So how can you describe a beetle? So, yes, a black beetle. You can describe through its color or the size of a beetle. A huge or a big beetle. Can. Okay, next. Rainbow. Okay, so what can you see or how do you describe a rainbow? Okay, so I will give you an example. So a rainbow is beautiful, isn't it? Yes, it's beautiful. So, or we can say a beautiful rainbow. So, the description of the rainbow is beautiful or wonderful. Okay? So, our description or our adjectives in describing a noun, it can be a good or bad. Okay? Like for example, you can say an ugly monster. So, ugly is an adjective and monster is our noun. So, the description of monster is ugly. And we can consider that ugly is a negative description. But if you are going to say a happy monster, which is happy is a positive feeling. So, it's up to you on how you are going to describe a noun. But as what I've said, adjective, it can be a size, it can be a feelings, temperature, colors, okay, on each noun. Okay, so next, you are going to do your practice activity. Now, you have a words here. What you are going to do is to fill in the boxes to complete the sentences. Okay, so read the sentences and look at the pictures very carefully, then find which is the correct word to complete to make the sentence correct. Okay, so these words are what you call an adjective. Okay, so I hope you understand very well. And if you have any questions or if you don't know or you cannot understand, you can ask me in the line or you can message me. Okay, so that's all for today and see you again next time.